I almost pooped my pants on my way to work, so that's why. Actually, I did poop my pants. That's why I'm at home. My boss told me to go home and stay home, so I'm not getting paid today. So you're considering buying some Thorogood Heritage Mock Toe work boots. These in particular are their Trail Crazy Horse colored leather in 6-inch soft toe. Unfortunately, I have not worn these as much as I would have liked to in the last 3 or 4 months that I've had them. These are my first pair of Thorogoods. I heard so many great things about them, and I wanted to try them out for myself. I've known a few people who've had them and kind of just rave about them. They were a little pricier compared to previous boots. I used to mainly just wear Irish setters for physical labor. Did junk removal for 3.5 years and didn't want to spend $250 to $300 on a pair of boots that were going to get thrashed and covered in the most disgusting gunk you could imagine in hoarder houses and whatnot. However, these I've mainly just been standing, walking, stuff around the house, yard work, simple stuff, nothing crazy. And like I said, I haven't really been able to wear them as much as I would like to. And the inserts have just been collecting dog hair and dust because I haven't really been able to keep them in the boots while I'm wearing them. The break-in process for me has been a lot rougher than I would have expected based off what other people are saying. And what that really comes down to is right here in this crease line here. And these are already wrinkling, and I've overused mink oil on them since I got them, trying to help them break in better and wearing them a lot, just around the house, walking, like even just for casual stuff, just to give them the leather a better chance. But right here where it creases, pushes down really sharp and really hard every step I take on the tops of my feet, which may be normal to some people. I guess, you know, I've had break-in periods that weren't super easy with footwear, but these, I had to take these out. I tried messing around with how I lace them up, how I tie them, but it's hasn't really helped because it's either I have to have them all the way just loose for me to be able to walk without that occurring, or just take the insert out, and it still happens every time I step and it creases. Now, with that being said, I would still buy another pair of these. I think they're a very attractive looking work boot, and the bottoms of my feet I've had no issues, even without the kind of comfort inserts, the shock absorption foot inserts, which are fairly nice for, you know, factory included ones. But I still really love these boots, and I'm still going to continue breaking them in. Just things to keep in mind that you've probably seen on the internet and videos and whatnot is they do have a synthetic welt, which is more prone to cracking and whatnot compared to a full leather welt. They do have a Goodyear, looks like 360 Goodyear welt, and I don't know which stitch. There's 2 stitch lines right here. I don't know which one is the real one just by looking at it, but if you've watched videos like Roseanneville, where he cuts open the boots and dissects all the materials and what's going on, I think he specified like about one of these being a fake stitch and one of them being the actual Goodyear welt. But and as far as the sole goes, this wedge sole, it is you can definitely feel it. It's more firm, this polyurethane based sole, and compared to your Red Wings and Danners, which I'm actually wearing some slip-on Chelsea Danners right now that I just like to have around the house for convenience. But I would definitely still buy another pair of these. I've been thinking about getting I can't even remember the name. I think it's their like 1957 waterproof series, and I think they can come in an 8-inch with like a black sole with a heel or something and steel toe. Those would be really nice, but for now, I'm wearing these, and I would say the leather feels really good. It feels, even before I started oiling it to break it in, it felt like oil was worked into it, or conditioner or something. And it does have a little padded collar for a little extra support up here. The laces, nothing wrong with the laces. The soles do bunch up out of the, or off the shelf, I should say. I got these at Boot Barn. The sole was extremely malleable, so I didn't really work as much product into there. It does bunch up if you're not careful when you're lacing them up, and it can be uncomfortable as well on the tops of your feet, kind of up in this area. And one more little gripe about it, nothing serious, is I kind of worry about the stitching on the tag, if that's really going to hold up, in a couple, 2-3 years. I'm not sure. It just seems like some of the stitching feels a little loose on one end, and then obviously the tag that actually has like the size and whatnot already came off, which isn't a big deal. It wasn't sewed on or anything. These, I believe, were 9 wide, 9.5 wide, something like that. So they do kind of run more true to size for me as far as boots go. With like Nikes, I like more so closer to 10, maybe 9.5, maybe 10. Usually, though, I go 10 with Nikes and then 9 or 9.5. But yeah, these are 9 wide. No lining. I do like that. There's no lining. It's just leather right there. And then they do have a dedicated counter cover. And then just some thin lining in the vamp. But they're not going to smell like your waterproof lined boots, like my Irish Setter wing shooters, which are way more comfortable out of the box. But you can smell the difference after a long day of work with that nice comfy cushioning and lining, all up in there. But I'm gonna do an update with these boots in 6 months to a year to kind of give more accurate input. But as far as up front, the break-in was a big issue for me compared to what people were saying, because I've heard so many people say that there's no break-in period in these boots, which I wish that were true. But it's really just that painful crease on the tops of my feet every single step I take. So just some things to consider if you're considering getting some Thorogoods. Other than that issue, I think they're a fantastic boot, and from what I've seen, the synthetic welt, the polyurethane soles do last a good while, and can last longer than kind of your just classic rubberized or Vibram soles. So, but anyways, hope you have a great day.